afternoon. Good afternoon to my Facebook and YouTube family. If you're joining me today, this is week 2 of my live schedule, and I'm doing my best to stick to it. So I'm just going to repeat what that schedule is so you know, in case you want to join me on YouTube and Facebook. That is Sunday morning brunch. Bring your own food, though. And then Monday morning, menopause motivation. And Wednesday, a sacred pause at noon. And then Thursday Thrive Live, and then Sunday again on Sunday brunch. So it's 4 times a week that I go live. Now, Sunday is the day that I go live for about an hour. And on the other days, except Thursday, Sunday and Thursday, it's an hour. Monday and Wednesday, it's 30 minutes. Now, I also go live simultaneously on Facebook and YouTube, but I'm not able to go live on Restream with TikTok yet. So I add TikTok to the conversation once we get started with YouTube and Facebook. So you know, again, that if I'm looking up here, I'm looking at my iPad right here, and I'm talking with people on the TikTok app because I have a lot of followers there that go live with me, some of them. And so I pay attention to the conversation there. I'm going on live. It's a new thing for Facebook and YouTube. So not a lot of people join me yet in the live. I'm willing to talk to you if you do. Just put anything you have to ask me in the comments. But since none of you have done that yet, I talk to them on the tickety talk, okay? Because people do come in the room there and talk with me. And I also have guests sometimes that talk. So if I have a guest today, when I look up here and I may not be saying anything, it's because someone in the TikTok universe is talking to me or talking with me. So just be patient. If I'm not saying anything to my Facebook and YouTube audience, please talk to me and I will talk back with you. Okay. Just put all your thoughts in the comments and I will get to any questions or anything you ask. So, but for right now, I'm going to go ahead and add the TikTok audience and just be mindful of me looking away from you and looking to them. Okay? So here we go. A Sacred Pause LLC is a company that is dedicated to helping women transition easier through peri and postmenopause. Hi, Linda. Hi, Linda. Thank you for joining the live. Oh, look, it's my friend. She's joining me today. Yay. Hi, Azure. Welcome to the live. Thank you. I washed it yesterday and just used one of those unbrushes to try to get some curl action going, and it worked out pretty good. It's one of them unbrushes. They have the ridges on the sides, so you pull the curls through and then they clump nicely. And then what I do is use a diffuser to dry it. You never heard of the unbrush? Wow. It was like on TikTok for a while. Like people were just selling it. And I don't see it so much anymore, but I got mine from a store I'm not supposed to be going in, and I don't want to say the name. What? Yeah. Hey, it's in the neighborhood, and it has a CVS in it where I get my drugs that are prescribed. So hey, I'm sorry. And trust me, I don't go in there a lot. I go in there, get what I need, and get out. So, this is a Sacred Pause LLC. We are a company dedicated to helping women transition easier through peri and postmenopause. And so we decided a while ago to take a sacred pause at noon on Wednesday. And it's just coming to fruition now. And what is that? What is a sacred pause at noon? It's just when I'm going to come on and try to encourage women midweek, with some things you can do to calm your nerves in the midweek. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of meridian tapping. Have you heard of that, Azure? Well, and from this is my understanding of it. And I first heard of it when I had got a spiritual coach back in 2022 from the Aura app, Tina Jones, a woman who changed my life literally, because I couldn't even write because I had trauma that I needed to heal. And I didn't even know it until I started trying to write that I had this trauma. And so I knew I was stuck and I started looking for, ways to get past these feelings. Every time I would try to write, I would get these feelings. And I kind of knew where they were coming from. We've all had childhood trauma, right? Right. Hi, Estella. Thank you for joining the live. Hi, Ace. Thank you for joining the live. Yeah, we've all had childhood trauma. And, if you never deal with it, it just becomes more trauma in your adult that you have to deal with. So I met Tina Jones, and she helped me deal with a lot of that childhood trauma. And she used to use meridian tapping. Now, the first time she did it, I was like, the hell, tap? What is this going to do? Right. What is tapping going to help me with? Hi, Royce. Thank you for joining the live. Karen, thank you for joining the live. Thank you, guys. I know that it's very blessed. It's a blessing to have anyone come in. Hi, Sandy and Andrea. Thank you for joining the live. Don't be afraid. I'm Sharice Watson. I'm a menopause wellness coach for a Sacred Pause LLC. And I use my own menopause wellness journal to help coach women through the stages of peri and postmenopause. And so we're doing a Sacred Pause at noon. And I was explaining about how I learned about meridian tapping and how it is a benefit. And combined with some good affirmations, it can help you, especially when you're in a situation where you're agitated or anxious. It can help you. So we're going to do a little bit of that towards the end of the live. What's that? Okay. See, there's something stuck. Anyway, I think it's Lynn. Just hi, Prosper. Thank you for joining the live. I appreciate you stopping in. Oh, woo, I am blessed. Blessed. And so listen, after I learned about the meridian tapping, I started doing it like when I was in stressful situations. You can even do it in traffic. Traffic is very stressful to peri and postmenopausal women. Ah, what do you know about? Tell me. Tell me, where are those points? Mm. Wow. Yes. Okay, give me 1 second to. Okay, so meridian tapping is also called EFT, emotional freedom techniques, or simply tapping. Okay, it's a practice where you gently tap specific points on the body while focusing on a thought, feeling, symptom, or affirmation. Okay, the tapping points are based on what Azure just said. And for those in the uh, Facebook and YouTube audience who didn't hear her, she said there are specific points on the body, meridian points. And she was once giving a massage to someone, uh, focusing on massaging the area in the back of the leg, you said? The kidney meridian. And some things that were in that client that she was. Okay. Okay, that meridian point focuses on emotions and sadness. And she released that person's sadness and emotion into herself from that massage. Okay, I just wanted to point that out to the Facebook audience and the YouTube audience that may be watching. Okay, so here are some of the meridian points. Heart meridian runs through the chest, down the inside of the arm to the pinky finger. Lung meridian runs from the chest along the inside of the arm to the thumb. Kidney meridian begins on the sole of the foot and travels up the inner leg towards the torso. Liver meridian starts near the big toe and runs up the inner leg into the pelvic and abdominal region. Stomach meridian runs below the eye, down the face, chest, abdomen, and front of the leg to the foot. Governing vessel, du mai, runs up the midline of the back and over the head. Conception vessel, rin mai, runs up the center of the body. In EFT tapping, you are not tapping every meridian point. You use a small group of points that are believed to connect to several meridian pathways, which is why the points are concentrated on the face, the upper torso, hand, and head. So the common EFT points correspond roughly to the eyebrow connects to the bladder meridian, okay? The side of the eye connects to the gallbladder meridian. Under the eye connects the stomach meridian. Under the nose, governing vessel. The chin conception vessel, collarbone, that connects with the kidney meridian. Under the arm, that connects with the spleen meridian. The top of the head, that connects with the governing vessel area. And the karate chop, small intestine meridian. Or it's more like this on the side of the hand. So those are the meridian points that EFT is used on mostly. So we can look at the things that may be stressing us out and do the according meridian tapping. Okay, so identify the issue: anxiety, stress, hot flash frustration, fear, brain fog, overwhelm, or self doubt. Rate the intensity 0 to 10. Set up statements, your affirmations or statements that will help you through the anxiety or whatever the thing is that's causing you stress. And then you tap the points with the phrase, whatever the phrase is that you come up with. So you can have a journal full of affirmations. I have a lot of affirmations that I say, and one of the affirmations that I say constantly is, everything is always working out for my good, no matter what. Everything is always working out for my good, no matter what. Everything is always working out for my good, no matter what. Everything is always working out for my good, no matter what. Everything is always working out for my good. I mean, I feel good just saying it over and over because it's true. Yes. And that's what I wanted to do last week when we came on at noon. But I was suffering from the sickness, and it was like, it was hard for me to even just get online. But I did it because I'm sticking to this schedule, and I'm gonna do it. And there is gonna come a day when I can't. Okay, we all know that. I'm that kind of girl. But as far as right now, I'm doing what I said I would do. And so I just want everybody who's in the room, and if you're standing on the outside, because you don't want to make yourself known, it's cool, it's cool. You can watch from the outside. But anyways, I just would like for us to take some deep breaths together, and everyone can just use their own affirmation. What's an affirmation you like, Azure? Okay. Exact, and it is. And it is, because whatever's happening is supposed to happen. And whatever it is, yeah, we do a lot of what ifing. I know I do. Well, what if this happens? Well, what if that happens? Even before it's even a possibility. Mm-hmm. Right. because tomorrow ain't promised. So, well, we're going to take some deep breaths. And these are a few affirmations that I will share. And anyone that's watching or standing in the outside watching, you can do the tapping with us and you can repeat any one of these. I am, please do. Yes. Hi, Marilyn. Thank you for joining the live. To feel grace. Uh, oh, that went by too quick. Okay. So here's one. I'm changing, growing, evolving into the next version of myself. And that's a good one for menopause, peri, and post, because you may think things stop after peri, they don't. So you're going to need some affirmations for post. And so I'm changing, I'm growing and evolving. I'm changing, I'm growing, I'm evolving into the next version of myself. She's beautiful too. My body deserves compassion, patience, and care. These are tailored. Yes, these are tailored for menopause, y'all. So breathe in a deep breath. My body deserves compassion, patience, and care. My body deserves compassion, patience, and care. These are great affirmations. I trust my ability to adapt to life's transitions. Sometimes this journey is very challenging and we don't even know if we can make it through. Some people don't. Okay, let's be real. The depression and menopause is very great for some people and they don't make it. So I trust my ability to adapt to this transition. I trust my ability to adapt to this transition. I trust my ability to adapt to this transition. And then you can say, every season of life has value, including this one. This one has a lot of value. Trust me when I tell you, it may not feel like it right now. Alice Boyd, welcome to the live. Thank you for joining. It may not feel like this is working out for you, okay? But every season has value and lessons to learn to make you a better person. Don't forget that. You don't really lose, you learn, okay? There are no losses, they're just lessons. Star Zero, thank you for joining the live. Okay, I release the need to compare myself to who I used to be. Hi, positive self. I definitely am. No doubt about it. And you can't control other people, but you can control yourself. And a lot of times when we have maybe harmed people in the past, sometimes we're hard on ourselves because maybe we didn't get a chance to make it right. I know there's one specific thing in my life that I always think about because I never had a chance to make it right with the person. And so, but that was somebody else. That wasn't who I am now. So I release the need to compare myself to who I used to be. I'm not that person. My goal is to help women now and not to hurt anyone. So we have to also be forgiving to ourselves for something that our past self may have done. You know what I mean? I honor the wisdom that comes with my experience. My worth is not determined by my age. I am becoming more of who I was always meant to be. So, these are just some of the affirmations that I've come up with today. And you can make your own or you can use these. But what I want to do is just take a deep breath And everybody just try to quiet their mind and pick one meridian spot that I mentioned and speak an affirmation to yourself. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. I'm going to say, for me, I am changing, growing, and evolving into the next version of myself because I'm still doing that at 64. So let's go. I'm changing. I'm evolving. I'm growing into the next version of me. I'm changing. I'm evolving. I'm growing into the next version of me. I'm changing. I'm evolving. I'm growing into the next version of me. I'm changing. I'm evolving. I'm growing into the next version of me. I'm changing. I'm evolving. I'm growing into the next version of me. If you do this, you absolutely feel a calmness come over you, don't you? I do too. Yes. And if you're in traffic, you can tap. Don't close your eyes, but but that will help women that are getting anxiety in traffic. And it can be anxiety inducing in this life the way it is. So, but I've been noticing a lot of women on this app and on the other apps talking about how traffic has become a real problem for them. Well, I think that's going to be it for today. I like I said, I every time I put a live notification on TikTok that I'm going to be going live, they always recommend that I do 2 hours, an hour and a half. And I'm like, no, 30 minutes. Skedaddle on, you're not getting all that energy from me. So our time is up today, but I want to thank everyone for joining today. I want to thank everyone on the Facebook app and the YouTube app for joining and let you all know that I'll be back Thursday evening for Thursday Thrive Live. And I hope to see you all there again. And please follow me so you can join me also on the other apps. Follow me there and watch out for my new episode of But My Vagina Still Works, the podcast coming up real soon. Not today. All right. Have a good day, y'all.